Hi, I'm Lauren, and welcome back to my podcast. Today we're talking about a single story. I didn't grow up thinking that media was lying to me. I kind of just assumed it was telling the truth. The movies I watched, the ads I scrolled past, the headlines I half read had all blended together into one story about how the world works, who holds the power, and what success is really supposed to look like. For a long time, I didn't question it, and it wasn't really until college that I realized how powerful a single story can really be. I think Adichie explains that a single story isn't necessarily false, it's just incomplete. And that's what makes it dangerous. When one narrative gets repeated enough, it becomes the only version that we really know. It shapes how we see others and eventually how we even see ourselves. So detrimental. And for me, that was what most clearly had been how women were represented. Growing up, women were rarely shown as real leaders or even decision makers. Even when they were successful, the focus was still often on appearance or likability instead of ideas. The documentary Misrepresentation really helped me put language to that, and it showed how women were underrepresented in both leadership and overrepresented as objects in media, and how early that messaging starts. Girls learn how to be confident, but not too confident, ambitious, but not intimidating. Over time, we really start shrinking ourselves, and single stories also exist in politics. In the Atlantic podcast, How to Know What Really Propaganda, I learned that propaganda isn't really about lying, it's more about persuasion, and how sometimes confusion in a fast growing heavy media environment, that confusion spreads really quickly. What all of this has taught me is that media doesn't just reflect culture, it creates it. And learning media literacy hasn't made me cynical, it's made me more intentional. Because once you recognize a single story, you can't unsee it. And maybe that's the first step towards changing it.